Fans of Philippe Riche's Alliance of the Curious will be very pleased to see a prequel being released. Bad Break shows our heroes, Simon, Rebecca and Ernst Lazar, as they meet for the first time. And they embark on what turns out to be quite a bizarre treasure hunt.
Now, I was a big fan of Alliance, so I was really excited to see these characters fleshed out in this story. There is a very different flavour to the prequel though. For starters, the art is entirely in grayscale, rather than the rich colours of their other adventure.
Well, I think there's more of a noir feel being attempted here, but with that same comic element that Riche does so well. That said, I did miss the vibrancy of the colours in Alliance, although it may not be fair to compare the two. What did you think of the story?
I really loved it. I mean, there's this feeling of grand mystery as these three characters are searching for the secrets of eternity, but there's also a lovely dark humour running through it and a feeling of farce about the way they go about things.
Yeah.
Inevitably, this leaves them walking around naked in the woods and then legging it from a gypsy wedding with stolen clothes and a stolen car and a stolen wedding cake.
I've got to say, although I did like the tone that was being set here, certainly, and there's more of a character reveal than there was in Alliance, which was great, I did have some issues with the pacing. I mean, among other things, the jumps back to flashback and then to present day occasionally derailed things a little bit.
Okay, well for me it was all about adding context to the story. I mean, without those bits, you've just got a couple of people wandering around from place to place and occasionally getting hit by pointy sticks.
Okay, sure. I do understand the flashbacks are absolutely necessary to tell this story. I just felt they didn't mesh as well as I wanted them to. Also, it's a little thing, but they're searching for these 7 tattooed heads that can give great power. But what do the heads actually do? I mean, I know they're essentially a MacGuffin, but that still bugged me a bit.
I dare say that was left as a great mystery on purpose.
Yeah.
Now, as far as pace is concerned, I do agree the best moments in this book is when the trio are kind of bouncing off each other and you get those wonderful character moments. But I really enjoyed this story, and I think fans of Alliance will too. It's definitely a buy from me.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, I'm going to give it a borrow. I think the characters are all really well written and that twisted humour still plays really well as it did in Alliance, but I did have some reservations on pace and plotting. It is still a very good read though.